Of Christmas and New Year's themed
31
videos,
days
and I say
of
Christmas
31
and
days,
New
but
Year's
it's really
themed
30
videos,
because
and
I missed
December
31
1st
days, but
because
it's really
I was
30
out
because
I missed
town.
December 1st. Well, not really out of town, but I was staying at my parents' house for
not really out of
Thanksgiving.
town, but I was staying at my parents'
for like
house
4 days
for
Thanksgiving, and I was there for like 4 days.
Wasn't here to upload.
So anyway. If you haven't already guessed by the title of today's video, if you haven't already guessed by the title of today's video, second video, I'm going to be first impressioning, not reviewing, first impressioning? Really? Anyway, I'm going to be doing a first impression on this Too Faced Belle Carousel set, and I saw this and I bought it because I was like, this is going to be a great way for me to try out a ton of Too Faced makeup and not have to spend hundreds of dollars buying everything. Because in this kit, you get 12 eyeshadows, 2 blushes, and 2 bronzers, and then you get a deluxe sample size of their Better Than Sex mascara. And I just have to say that I'm quite impressed, and I'm going to be doing a full review video on this kit as well. So I'm going to really save my thoughts on everything for that video. But I did create this look, and I did bounce around, and I tried to use all the different palettes and some different colors in the different, not only palettes, quads. You get 3 eyeshadow quads in here, and they've all got different colors, and they're paired to where all those colors go together. I'm also going to be doing videos on those 3 quads, just using those specifically to create an eyeshadow look. But anyway, this is the one I created today with my first impression video. So if you would like to see how I created this look using this kit, then please keep on watching and make sure you come back tomorrow because there will be a new video up. So in this set, you get 2 kind of face palettes. In the first one, you get the Chocolate Soleil bronzer and a blush called Who's Your Poppy, which actually kind of reminds me of NARS's Orgasm blush. And this is a matte bronzer, just in case you're not familiar with it. And then in the other one, you get a coral toned blush called Luminous Peach, and then you get their Sun Bunny Dark bronzer, which has a little bit of shimmer through it. I'm going to use the one that has the Chocolate Soleil bronzer in it. So just taking my contour brush, I'm going to start contouring with this bronzer. This is quite pigmented right off the bat, I notice. I didn't put too much on. It looks much more intense on camera, but, yeah. We'll just keep going. And then, for blush, I'm going to stick in the same little duo and use the Who's Your Poppy shade. Which I really, really like the name of that, by the way. Anyway. This very much goes on like NARS's Orgasm blush. Like, kind of washed out on camera at the moment, but it really does give the same kind of glow and color payoff and all of that stuff. Like the NARS's Orgasm blush. So yeah, I like this. So then you get 3 different eyeshadow quads, and I'm just going to be bouncing around into each different quad for this video, but I am going to be uploading 3 specific tutorials to each one of these quads, so you can kind of get an idea of a look you can create using these, and they're going to be like holiday themed kinds of things. So first I'm going to go into the pink colored quad, and I'm going to take this shade Nutcracker here, and I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone. This shade seems to be a satin finish. It doesn't have any like shimmer or glitter or anything in it, but it does definitely have a little bit of maybe a duochrome effect to it. It's not very powdery either, which I like. I'm just applying that all over my brow bone area. Then I'm going to go into the one that's kind of like a corally pastel orange shade, and I'm going to take the shade Tufted Suede, which is kind of just a very light matte brown, and I'm going to put that in my crease as my transition shade. Then I'm going to go into the mint green, it's kind of actually blue. It's a little more blue than mint green, but we'll call it mint green for the sake of the video. I'm going to use the shade Frost here, which is a very light, shimmery, kind of white, but it's more silver than it is white. I'm going to take that on a pencil brush, and I'm just going to put that directly onto my tear duct. Then, going back to the light pink quad, this shade, Boxes and Bows, is just calling my name. I really, really want to use it. So, just on a stiff shading brush here, I'm going to take and apply that to my lid. I am just, like, in love with this color. It's, like, this really cool, like, pink, corally gold duochrome. It's, once it goes on the eyes, it looks like that in the pan, but, like, on the eyes, it's so cool. So I'm going to take a little bit of that also on the same stiff shading brush, or flat brush, whatever you prefer to call it. I'm going to put a little bit of that on the lower lash line. Just kind of right where that highlight ends. Then, going back into the corally colored one, I'm going to pick up the shade Haute Chocolate on a blending brush, or a fluffy brush. Tap it off, and I'm going to start putting that in my crease, starting at the outer corner, because that's where I want the most intensity. And then blending it all the way in. Phone is ringing. Awesome. So then, just switching brushes to my Real Techniques shader brush, and still using that Haute Chocolate shade, I'm going to apply some of that to my lower lash line. And we're going to start that where we applied that Boxes and Bows shade and just blend that back and forth, connect it with the outer corner, all that good stuff. Then going back to the pink colored palette and using the shade Sugar Plum Fairy on my Real Techniques base, I think this is a base shadow brush, the name has worn off, I use it so much. And I'm just going to get that on the tip of the brush, and we're just going to apply that directly into the outer crease, outer V area, just to darken that up ever so slightly out there. Bring it around onto the lower lash line. If you've noticed in watching my videos, I always keep this area very rounded. I don't really like the whole winged out outer corner, but if you want to do that, go for it. I just don't like the way that looks on me. Then again, just switching to a shader brush and still in that Sugar Plum Fairy shade. I'll pick some of that up and just put that on the outer corner of the lower lash line, meeting it up with the top lash line. Then going into the mint green palette again, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this black here called Santa's Boots on a Real Techniques Duo Fiber eye brush, and just getting that on the white bristles of the brush. I'm just going to like slightly tickle that on the very outer corner of the lid. Like, I am barely applying any pressure, holding really, really far back on the brush. Just very lightly. I just want the slightest bit of darkness out there. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the lower lash line. What the heck? With my shading brush, get very little black on there, tap off most of it, just on the very outer corner, put that black out there. So I applied a little bit of liquid liner into quite a dramatic wing, which was not intentional, but that's what it turned out to be, and I'm just rolling with it. But now I'm going to go back into that Sugar Plum Fairy shade on my Real Techniques shading brush, and just run that over that line to kind of make it look a little bit more smooth and a little bit more soft, and just kind of add a little bit of smokiness to the lash line. So I went ahead and curled my lashes, and I'm going to be using the little tiny Better Than Sex mascara that comes in the kit. And I've been wanting to try this for a while. It's got like an hourglass shaped brush. So let's see. This seems to be quite a dry formula mascara, which I honestly prefer, because I just don't feel like it's going to go everywhere. So that does it for this first impression video for this Too Faced makeup kit. And like I said, I purchased this kit because I wanted to try a bunch of Too Faced makeup, but not spend the money on all the different products, just in case I didn't really like it. But just to be honest, I am super impressed. Everything blended out so easily. I really love the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. But I am going to save my thoughts for the review video that will probably be up tomorrow, because again, like I said, I am going to try and upload every day this month for December, so until the 31st. So I'm going to be cranking out a lot of videos here. I don't know why I'm going to try to do this, but I really want to. I want to have all of these Christmassy kinds of videos and just all kinds of videos up this month. So stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see everything I'm going to be doing this month, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.